What's going on YouTube? It's UnitedGamer 101 here, and welcome to a new series type thing that I'm starting on this channel. This is going to be a story on what led me to come make video game videos that you guys have seen, and you guys can get to know me a little bit better. The video or gameplay on the screen is just so you're not watching a black screen while I tell you about my life events. So it is a competitive Call of Duty match, 2v2 of the match I just played. I just found it on my computer, the file. So if you're looking straight for Dark Souls, straight for Monster Hunter, or whatever you're looking for, it's just there to put on the screen while I tell my story on how I came to YouTube. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoy it, and I'll see you guys later. What's going on YouTube? It's UnitedGamer 101 here, and welcome to a new series here on my channel called StoryTime. Technically, I've already done this in the past, and a lot of my viewers liked it back then, and I really want to bring it back. It's basically just me telling you guys a story. It could be funny, it could be sad, it could be dramatic even. This is from real life experiences of my own life, and it helps you guys get to know me a little bit better, the commentator behind the screen, because I don't want this channel just to be all about, you know, video stuff. I like relating to viewers. That's why I like live streaming and stuff as well. But without further ado, this is one of my most meaningful stories that I'll probably even tell again later on. It is how I came to YouTube and everything that that I went through, and everything that really brought me to the idea of how to do YouTube and why I really wanted to do it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. It all started in about 7th or 8th grade, just the middle school area. I was a normal boy growing up. I loved video games, sports, and hanging out with friends. That's basically all I ever did. But video games in itself really stood out to me. Starting with Super Nintendo at age 2, I loved Super Mario Bros. And even then, I just kept growing and growing more in love with the video games and just loved having fun. You could do it with friends, you could do it with your family, you could do it by yourself. It is something that always, I was always drawn to, and I loved doing it. Nintendo 64 actually has my favorite game of all time, Donkey Kong 64. It's just the most meaningful, and I have so much nostalgia with that game when I go back. So basically, video games has always been a big part of my life as I grew up, because I wasn't really an only child, but my sister was 14 years older than me, so she got out of the house, and graduated, went to college when I was super young, so I really didn't have, her to, hang out with or anything. And my brother's 4 years older than me, and that's a whole different story. There's a huge story with him that I've actually told before, and I will tell again if you guys that are new would like to hear it, because it's a pretty intense story. But I'm in 8th grade. I play for the school basketball team and everything, and my friend Brooks, or Retro Gamer is actually his YouTube, tells me this idea. Hey dude, I'm gonna start making these videos on some video games and stuff, we call it a walkthrough. And I was like, what is that? I've never heard of that before. He goes, just look it up, it on YouTube. And I never really used the internet, so, I didn't really ever do anything besides just play video games and go with friends and stuff. So I look up walkthroughs, and I'm like, this is really cool. People are actually making videos, and people are commenting about video games. So I make my first channel. It's actually not this channel. And I make Monster Hunter videos. The very first videos that I ever made. And I loved it. I only got like 8 views, but I thought that was the bomb. The 8 people viewed this. And it was probably only me viewing my own video. But to me, it was awesome. I loved every bit of it. But as I grew on, I got about 300 subscribers, and I thought I was the bomb, basically. I watched Chugga Conroy, I watched Leroy. That's basically the only main 2 YouTubers I ever watched. But as time passed, me and my best friend, Brooks, or Retro Gamer, got in a huge argument, a huge fight over YouTube. And I don't really want to go into depth about what it was, but me and him basically at the end just weren't friends anymore. We just really were head to head against each other, and so we stopped being friends. He's 2 years younger than me at the time too, remember that. He is 6th grade and I'm in 8th grade. And so we just stopped being friends, and it got me so angry that I quit YouTube. And it wasn't really that much to me at that time. It was just something to do when I'm not playing basketball or doing something else. But then I go into the 9th grade, and I'm going to go ahead and put you guys in my perspective. I'm 4'10", and I'm 80 pounds. Not right now, but as I go into 9th grade. Not a good thing for being a high schooler And being that tiny, it wasn't that I didn't eat, I didn't do this or that. I just had a super high metabolism that I couldn't gain weight. I'm still small now. I'm 5'9", and I'm probably as tall as I'm going to get, maybe another inch or something. But it wasn't a good situation for me to be in, and the biggest idiotic thing for me to do was take weight training. I took weight training being that small. I was an idiot to do that. And as I go into the 9th grade, one of my best friends' name is Grayson. And this is basically one of my only friends that I really hung out with and stuff that I, spent time with, outside of school. And me and him got in an argument, and we kind of stopped being friends. So in this moment, I am really small, so I get picked on a lot. I get messed with a lot, especially for taking weight training, and I have really no friends. I don't really sit alone at the lunchroom, but I just sit and I don't talk to anybody. I became really closed in, and I really just hated my life, honestly. And one of the biggest things that you guys need to know as well, that I'm being this small, obviously I'm a late bloomer, so I have a really high voice. And I actually have some videos from when I was in 9th grade, and you can tell that my voice is not changed. So I got messed with that a lot too. But as I'm in this moment, with not really any friends, no one to talk to, and just getting messed with a lot at school, I got really just isolated from everything. But then I recalled something. YouTube. Video games. I can go on there and, relate to people. I can actually make friends on there. Something to do. Something to actually, have in common with. So I went back to YouTube, and this is where it really took a big impact in my life. So I start making tons and tons of videos. I didn't ever expect to get big. Big to me was at the time 1,000 subscribers. But as time grew on, I got to about 900 subscribers. So I'm making pretty good friends on here. Sully Pons, Zelda Master 2010. Some of you might know them maybe. And I'm actually feeling a little bit better myself because I'm getting, not really thinking much about school. I don't really pay attention that much. And then I joined Nimbuzz. Some of you may know what that is. Some of you may have found my channel from Nimbuzz. And I did a game, Donkey Kong Country Returns. And it was brutal. I go on there thinking, man, I'm going to get some more subscribers. There's a lot of people on this channel. I can get my channel bigger out there. And I get trolled so hard. I get messed with because at this time, my voice is still not changed. It's about to, but it's still not there. And I'm 16. People on there would just troll me. Why is this idiot on this channel? Why is he doing this? And remember, at the time, this is me trying to get away from that. That's why I came to YouTube. And I got all of this, and I just hated it. I got mad. I was going to quit YouTube. This is stupid. I just completely hated my life. I hated everything. Because even the thing that I can relate to people with, video games, are still giving me a hard time. At the time, I didn't know that's what internet was, basically. It's just an online way for people to bash other people. It's always going to be like that because people are behind a computer screen. But I didn't know that. I took it really personally. And that was really wrong for me to do that. So, I'm stuck in this situation. My school still sucks. People are making fun of me at school. And I'm just stuck in this rut. Luckily, me and Brooke started becoming friends again. Retro Gamer, the other YouTuber, and he started doing YouTube videos as well. He was Let's Player 91 at the time, and at least I had him. If I don't have him, I don't know what I would have done. But I continue to push through YouTube. I continue to do Nimbuzz. I continue to do all of this, and I finished my LP on Nimbuzz. Now, YouTube's feeling pretty good now. I got a friend back, and YouTube's just being a big part of my life. I probably have a few thousand subs now that I gained off Nimbuzz. Even though I got trolled really hard, some people still came over to my channel to check it out. And then, drama starts in YouTube. At the time, I'm probably about in the 10th grade now, and one of my best friends, online friends on YouTube, goes by the name of Johnny Awesome. And still to this day, he's a really good friend of mine after all this happened. But at the time, one of my best friends, we Skyped all day, we played video games all day, we talked about Donkey Kong and all these things because we related so much. We had so much in common, so we became like really close friends. And then randomly, out of nowhere, he starts blocking me on Twitter, on YouTube, on Skype, and I start freaking out. I'm like, what did I do? Crap. And I look on one of my friends' Skype, Brooks's, who are still friends. Him, or Johnny Awesome, and Brooks are still friends at the time. And Johnny calls me the biggest faggot he ever met. And I was just like, what did I do? Because, you know, school still hasn't fixed for me. And now one of my friends that I can relate to, that we both have something in common, video games, is telling me the same thing the people at school are telling me. And I have nothing against Johnny Awesome. Don't go bash him, please. He is one of my great friends right now. It was just a lot of miscommunication, lost misinterpretation between me and him that led to this. He thought he was actually just backing one of his friends up. And it was awful at the time for me. It was just like a test I had to go through. Something I had to go through to become stronger in the end. But to me, it was like, I can't fit in anywhere. But I want to keep doing YouTube because I'm getting a little bit more success. You know, about 4,000 subscribers. But it just kept, the back of my mind kept saying, but everyone's just going to end up hating you. Everyone's just going to dislike your videos. You're not going to make friends on here because every time you make a friend, they eventually turn on you and don't like you for something. Maybe it's my personality, maybe it's this. I kept questioning over and over and over everything that I've been through. But luckily I continue on. Like I said, me and Johnny Awesome right now are really good friends. We worked it all out. It was just a lot of stupid stuff. It actually took a year to actually eventually work out. I apologized even though I didn't really know what I did, and he learned kind of my side of the story, and just he said he was sorry and stuff. So we're all good, you know, still friends. Johnny, if you're watching this, you're my bro. It was just, at the time, I'm just putting this in the story because it really kind of just messed with me, because YouTube is where I ran away to get away from that kind of stuff. And then it started happening there too, on Nimbuzz and from actual friends. And Brooks didn't really help out. He didn't defend me or anything, which would have actually helped in the situation if I went more in depth with it, but that's beside the point. But I continued to do YouTube, and then I actually have kind of, I guess you could say, a breakthrough. I did Sly Cooper for the PlayStation 3, technically, the collection pack. And my channel starts to grow tremendously. Actually, if you look on my Sly 2 videos, like, all of them have like 8,000 views plus, and at the time, that was incredible. You know, so I keep on doing this, and it took a lot of determination to do this, to keep going on YouTube and stuff. And I learned so much from my past, though, that got me to here. Sly Cooper became a success. What else? Monster Hunter did pretty freaking good, in my opinion. And Dark Souls 2 has done better than anything I've ever done. And I can't wait to keep doing more videos. But YouTube's always gonna mean something super special to me because I went through a lot that got me here. And I can't wait to see where it keeps going. The success was just abnormal to me. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect people to like my videos because of that. That's why it really does mean so much to me. Every viewer means so much to me. That's why on my banner on my channel, I say this is more than a channel. It's a family. Because everyone that comes on this channel, I want them to get to know me. If you don't have a friend, I want you to have, you know, me you can talk to. I don't want to be that YouTuber, and I know it's going to be harder the bigger I get because the more people to talk to, but I want to always be able to somehow communicate with you guys. Skype, live streaming, replying to comments, almost anything that I can personally do, because if anyone's going through a hard time, I want them to be able to come somewhere that won't judge them, that won't hate on them, that'll just open arms. That's why it means so much to me, and that's why I think I almost went through that, so I could be able to maybe just be there for someone else that I can relate to and know what they may be going through. So that's the honest reason why I came to YouTube and why it's always going to be a big part of my life. And maybe you guys can relate to me a little bit more. Don't feel sorry for me or anything. I'm completely happy. I mean, I still go through, you know, crap and stuff that I can tell other stories, but this is a happy story. It's not a sad story, because through a lot of struggles, there's always going to be struggles within our life, and we can overcome them. It's just kind of like a determination story. If you're wanting to be big on YouTube, keep driving, keep going for it. It can happen. Now, I'm not saying, you know, I'm one of the biggest YouTubers out here. I'm at 30,000 subscribers right now, but to me, that is awesome to me. and who knows what we can see ahead. But I want you guys to be there with me as we grow up and keep getting a bigger family with live streaming that I'm trying to actually get a place where I can do. And that way I can relate to you guys, you know, get to know you guys. That way you guys can get to know me. But in all, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and got to know a little bit more about me and why I am actually here today. Why you've seen a video. And maybe we can keep on going and see more, you know. If you have any comments on this story, be sure to leave it below. You know, as you can tell, I love reading them. It's a big part of my life, you know, reading comments and stuff. So, you know, anything you want to say, just leave a comment below. And I hope to see you guys in more videos. If you want to see more of these story time type things, a funny one or something, you know, that way you guys can just get to know the YouTuber behind the screen. Be sure to leave a comment and a like about that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been UnitedGamer 101, and I can't wait to see you guys in another video.